My name is Joe. I am the host of the Sports Magnet podcast, and welcome everybody to the show tonight. I am joined by the great and powerful Mr. Hydro.
Hey everyone. Gonna have to take the mask off now since there's no mask mandate in Tennessee. No more.
You're free.
Woo!
And our special guest tonight is Mr. Yankee.
What's up?
Look at the screen. You're like, move your face into the screen. You
I'm kind of sidetracked by what's on Fight Network right now, MMA.
I also have a special guest tonight who is wearing a mask. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Dr. Fauci. Come on. Oh, Dr. Fauci is impotent. He's not doing his usual noises that he's performing. What Dr. Fauci would like you to know is that you need to wear your mask no matter what. And he also says, Dr. Fauci says, that it is very important for you to understand that according to, as of right now at this moment, you must wear your mask unless you follow the rules of the government and go ahead and get your arm shot for a shot that you have no idea what's in there and how much damages it causes long term. Not short term as much, but long term. So yeah. Dr. Fauci wants you to remember that he's just not working here. He was on the other day and he was, making all kinds of noises and
there it is.
Let it out, Fauci. Take your mask off. You're wearing a Tampa Bay Lightning mask. That's not allowed for you, Fauci. That's not allowed for you, Fauci, because you're misleading everybody by forcing, like the government, to wear a mask when you get your shots without any kind of evidence or proof.
Look, Cole.
There's the kitty.
Hello.
Look,
there's Uncle Justin on there. Look, you haven't seen him in a while. He's out saving the world, like that's the Flash, I know you're Black Panther, so he's faster than what you are. You just protect over here. Over here's Wakanda. Look, another kitty.
Miss Molly, look at the kitty. Look, Miss Molly. Molly's not even noticing it.
Look, Cole's just looking in. He just don't care.
Oh, okay. Give me stick face. All right. Let's get down to business here. The entertainment portion was brought to you by Don't Believe Anything the Government Says or Dr. Fauci Incorporated. And here we go with the show. All right. So today, to start off the show, we always talk about the Tampa Bay Lightning coming off that 3-0 marvelous shutout by Andrei Vasilevsky, the best goaltender on the planet, 3-0. And unfortunately, today we had a day game at 3:00, and just like most day games that we go on, we lose. Unfortunately, today it was unacceptable for us to lose. I really felt like we totally outshot them. I mean, ridiculously. I mean, the final tally on shot attempts was 62-31.
Just couldn't put it in the back of the net.
They just could not get it by Mr. Grice. And the thing about Grice is he's 6-15. His record is 6-15. And all of a sudden, whenever he faces the Lightning, all of a sudden he's Superman, and it's frustrating because he is a good goaltender, but he's not a great goaltender.
Who did we play today?
We played the Red Wings, and the Red Wings are awful. But as I said before, the Lightning, everybody wants to play good when they face the Tampa Bay Lightning. Everybody gets good all of a sudden because they know how great the Tampa Bay Lightning are. They know that we are the reigning, defending Stanley Cup champions. They can't accept that. They can't accept that there's winning championship hockey in the Sunshine State of Florida. They can't get over it.
Red Wings fans have always been obnoxious like Blackhawks fans have.
Yeah.
And some of this, like you said, below average players step up when they play the best of the best.
Exactly.
In hopes that when they hit the market, a contender picks them up.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is that, it's just frustrating. I'm frustrated. I mean, I don't want to lose to Detroit. I get tired of losing to Detroit. It gets old. And it just seems like, whether you're a great team or you're a sucky team, they just don't get it done. And today, they had so many opportunities. I mean, that's how pathetic it was. I mean, having that many shots, it's just frustrating that, you can't. I mean, Grice stopped 33 shots in regulation, and he was just awesome. I mean, what are you going to do? It's no matter how good your team is, and you got to remember too, we don't have Stamkos, we don't have Kucherov, we don't have Jan Ruda. Those are three great players.
And even to the point, good teams sometimes play selfish.
Mm-hmm.
And one player wants to take all the shots. Sometimes if you take the second or third pass, you'll put it in the back of the net.
Right. True. Brandon Walker, Waza. Brandon Walker just joined us, so we actually have 4 people watching right now.
Yeah, we got and 1 like. Well, now we only got 3.
Well, they come and go, but that's okay.
Well, you had to talk about that 4th person. That's probably what it was.
And some of the haters are watching us as well, and it is what it is.
We got a love. We got a instead of a like, instead of a thumbs up, we got a love.
Okay,
love symbol. So they love this, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
it doesn't matter how bad their Edwards are. It seems like they're a physical team to play. When you play Detroit.
There's motivation on Detroit because you have a couple of former Lightning players on there that want to beat us so bad. And, Vladdy, of course, wants to beat us, of course. There's a couple of them. There's like 3 or 4 that have played for the Lightning before.
But again, if you go back to the 80s, those Red Wings teams that were really physical with Oserman and stuff.
Right.
Every time, it doesn't matter. They build their team the same way every time. Mm-hmm. And somewhere down the road, it's going to pay off. And you don't want to say that you don't want to see them back because we're Tampa fans. Sometimes, if Detroit's doing good, that means Chicago's not doing good.
Right. This is true. But I think Yzerman's going to build it. He knows what he's doing. He said, give me 4 years. So I won't be surprised. They're already getting a little bit better. But they really step it up when they play us, just like every team does.
And team. Tampa was down for a couple of years, and they built through the draft.
Right. And Yzerman and JBB were responsible for that. So they built that team. JBB was assisting Eiserman at the time because Eiserman was our general manager. But JBB was in administration with Montreal, and he has the front office experience more than Eiserman does. So, those two work together.
Or Steve Eiserman comes in play is player communications with front office.
Yeah, and he's done a good job. I mean, give him some time, and I guarantee you, Detroit will be back to what they once were. I'm pretty sure of that.
It goes in cycles.
Yep. So no score through 3 periods. Then we had an overtime period, no score. Then we had the shootout. Ross Colton got the first shot and got the first goal. Braden Point also scored. But then Boulay, Hedman, Sergachev, Coleman, they all missed. Tyler Johnson, we thought hopefully was going to win it on his goal. They came back and scored. And then Yanni Gourde missed, and their player, the last player, didn't. So, unfortunately, we lost the game. We did get a point, though, and every point counts, as everybody knows. One point makes make or break. So that was a very important point that we got. At least we got the point.
Is it 3? Is it 3 points for a win?
No, 2 points for a win.
I mean, it's just the soccer method where it's 3 for a win and 1 for a loss, or none for a loss and 1 for a draw.
Mm-hmm. So Grice is my first star tonight. 33 shots in regulation. McElhenney stopped 15 shots. McElhenney didn't deserve to lose tonight. He didn't lose. He was really, really good. Just no offensive support, and it's a shame for him. I feel bad.
Any other team, including any other team in the league, McElhenney would start, but he wants championships.
Well, I think he's getting up there a little bit in age too. I don't think he's going to be around much longer. He's gotten a full career out of him, so he's been around a long time.
I think he'll stick around on the bench and trying to mentor the younger goalies coming up and just let Vassy do his thing as they're coming up through the system.
I don't know what their plans are, so I don't know. I don't know if we have somebody that we feel is ready to do the backup next year. So we'll just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see with the free agency, and then you got the draft and everything, and so we'll have to wait and see. First period, they outshot 11-4, so they came out, pretty effective. They just couldn't put the puck in the net. Bottom line. Then you had that controversial play for the goalie interference, which they took away Tampa's goal. They scored in regulation. They took it away from them, and
goalie interference is always hit and miss. It's like pass interference.
Well, this call was pretty consistent with calls that they normally call in that situation. So, it is what it is. We should have scored goals, and we just couldn't put it in the net. So that call really wouldn't have mattered. I mean, it would have mattered because it would have gave us a 1-0 win, but they just they said that he was interfered with. So it is what it is. So 33-15 on shots is, wow. 62-31 on shot attempts on us. As far as the Vezina race goes, between Vassy and Grubauer, Vassy's got 30 wins. Grubauer returned last night for the Colorado Avalanche, my pick to go to the Stanley Cup, and Colorado was victorious as Grubauer won his 26th. So he's close, but you're running out of games, and I'm not sure if he's going to catch Vassy.
The only way I could see he overtakes Vassy is if we still had a game against Colorado left and they beat us.
Well, we're not playing Colorado. So we're only facing
In the normal schedule, we would.
Yeah, in the normal schedule, we play everybody. And next year, we're going to go back to the normal schedule with the normal amount of games. But this year, we're not doing that. And
it's so frustrating because I feel like this year, Vassey's clearly head and shoulders. But like the Rookie of the Year race, you could just about, because of the way it's structured, it's really not fair to call somebody a Rookie of the Year this year.
Yeah, because it's they played a lot less games. So that's true. But Vassey's going to get that Vezina, and the Lightning are going to get that cup. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good race. And the playoffs are going to start a little bit later. I've heard the 16th. It used to be the 11th, but they have to play out those games. So we'll see what the NHL decides on a definitive date. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Are the divisions going to go back to the way they were?
That next year.
Okay.
So, I mean, the Lightning also had 4 power plays, and they couldn't score on all 4 opportunities. They did win on faceoffs, though, 53% of the faceoffs. So that's their normal. Normally, they get about 50% of their faceoffs. So tonight was a good night as far as that goes. I'm trying to think of the positives.
It's a nightmare situation if at any point for the remainder of the year, the Lightning get 70 to 75% of the faceoffs in one game. Because at that rate, you're going to put pucks in the net.
Yeah, well, we just faced a hot goaltender tonight, and we lost, but we got a point. So it's very important that every point counts, especially that race is very, very tight.
And kind of the one category I look at with most teams is penalty minutes versus penalty minutes against.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have usually the team with the least amount of penalty minutes wins.
Well, the refs call a lot of penalties on us, so there's no secret about that. We all know that the conspiracy against the Tampa Bay Lightning and the fact that we play in Florida.
It's any champion. In any sport, any champions, minus football, they get everything. But any defending champions are going to have the world against them.
Well, I feel like it's more than just that, because the calls are atrocious against us, and it just seems like after they got rid of Peel finally, now we have to deal with Wes McCauley, who called awful games this year for us.
And also one thing, and I make a joke about this when I'm watching games. Like the old running joke is, did the referee get his license out of a cereal box?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think in some cases it's just certain players on certain teams refs don't like.
You're right about that. And some of them they do like. And some of them get special treatment. That's obvious. Just watch a Sidney Crosby game.
Oh, Ovi too, but Ovi at points in his career, he didn't need the help. When he was healthy, he didn't need it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think Sid the Kid, self-explanatory. Refs liked him from day one. And it wouldn't have mattered if Tampa would have drafted him, he would have been getting all the calls for us. Nashville, the same way.
Mm-hmm. I gotta agree with you on that. Let's see, what do we got here? I like to, stay positive. I think the Lightning will win tomorrow. Andrei Vasilevsky will be back in net tomorrow. We just got to put the pucks in the net, and we're not going to face Grice. Probably we're going to place Raymer. So, we need to come out and blow them out, and they can put Grice.
Are those the final 2 games before the 2 with the Panthers?
No.
See, if it was me, I'd sit Vassy for 2 games just to give him an extra day of rest.
Well, they sat him today. They scratched him today. They gave him the day off. So they're doing the right thing with him. They're giving him, more than enough rest. They gave him 4 days off earlier. Last week they gave him 4 days off, or this week.
Another thing is under a full schedule, Vassy has the teams he's really dominant against.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's teams that he really doesn't match up with. But he still, because of how good we are, we still find a way to put him in the win column.
Yeah, that's true. However, you're not going to get 5 goals a game, 6 goals a game every once in a while when you're missing the firepower that makes the Lightning that much better than anybody else. When they don't, the other teams don't have the firepower that we have. When we have a healthy Kucherov and a healthy Stamkos and a healthy Ruda in the defense. Those are 3 key players that we've been playing out.
You got to think, Stamkos being out, teams may look at that. Teams that won't necessarily be in the playoffs will say, that's where we can play more physical in that area of the ice.
Right.
Because Stamkos puts one good hit on you, it's going to energize the entire team.
True. So we need once we get Ruda back, our defense will be complete, and once we get Stamkos and Kucherov back, our offense is going to be 10 times better than it is right now. Even despite the fact that we do have guys that put pucks in nets, quite a few of them, as a matter of fact, but not as extreme when you have Kucherov and Stamkos in your lineup. And I've been saying that all along. When the playoffs come, every team's going to fear us.
See, I look toward more next year when we got everybody back in the normal schedule. We have a chance to have 30 goal scorers and probably 240.
Well, we'll see.
Do you imagine Cooch is going to be up near the 40 mark?
Yeah, if he stays healthy, yeah. And Stamkos will definitely get anywhere between 25 and 35.
So the more we could stack on from 20 to in that 15 to 20 goal range to add on to the firepower, like I think Braden Point's just on the outside looking in and saying, if I take that next step, I could score 35, 40 goals.
Yep. No doubt in my mind. He's got all the tools, all the talent. It's undisputable. So we'll see what happens. But we need to beat the Wings tomorrow. No excuses. We need to just come out, kick ass, get the job done. Vassy's in net. And a lot of people, I don't hear the crap that all the fake Lightning fans were saying about Curtis anymore. I don't hear him bitching about
Curtis.
Curtis.
The same fans that are talking about Curtis talked about St. Louis when he left for Carolina.
Same fans.
And St. Louis was one of the best Tampa Bay players of all time.
Of course.
And he's probably my favorite of all time.
Well, I was more of a Vinny and Brad guy. But I respected Marty. I respected a lot of the players that we had in our first championship days. So it was tough to be a Lightning fan in the beginning, in the first.
They did. I mean, last 10, 15 years, they've hit on 80% of their draft picks. When you're hitting on that rate and missing on less than 20, you're going to win and win at a high rate.
Yeah.
And that also allows you to make moves. Because if you hit on a player and he doesn't completely fit into the rotation full time, then teams are going to call for it.
Yeah. This is true. Hydro, you got anything to say there? You're just like...
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of just really just listening.
He's getting an education.
Yeah, I'm getting my education. I did want to say that Chris did post something in the group. I know that y'all were talking about hockey, but I think he was talking about baseball. So I just didn't want to interrupt.
Go ahead.
So that's what he put up.
Oh, God. You know what I got to say about that, right?
Go ahead.
The kid that hit it, Joe, Christian Pache.
You suck.
The kid that hit it, Christian Pache, is an extremely fast player, and he's really young, so he's got a bright future ahead if he's not traded. And even if he is traded, he's still going to have a bright future.
Does anybody care that the Atlanta Braves are winning? I don't think so.
I don't like the Braves, but Pache is one of my favorite players. I've watched him since he came up through the minors.
All I got to say is chop this. When it comes right down to it, the Yankees of New York will beat the Dodgers in the World Series.
Either Dodgers or Cardinals, one of the two.
And I have a public service announcement to all those Rays fans that were bragging about how the Yankees were in last place and we were sucking. And there goes the first. They're thinking that this was going to be the first season since 1992 that the New York Yankees were going to have a losing season. And already we're coming back. We're right up around the top. Everybody knows the Red Sox are going to choke. They're not going to be there in the end.
All it took was the threat to trade Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, all it took was the rumor of his name being mentioned for Mike Trout and what happened to him.
Okay, well, that might have motivated him for sure. But the Yankees are rising. They will ultimately have the division when it comes right down to it. Let's talk baseball in September and October. Why are we talking about baseball in April and May? You know what I'm saying? It's early. I mean, they were all on my case about the Yankees sucking ass and everything, but right now they're ahead of your team, right?
That's what Chris posted up again.
The Rays are going down. They're in last place. The Rays are right now in last place.
They lost today.
They are in last place right now, the Tampa Bay Rays.
If you're talking right now baseball, it's because that deadline, the trade deadline is a hard deadline now. You can't trade after. So all the trades have to be done before July 31st.
And there goes some more Ray players. If you're a superstar and you're making too much money, you're going to get traded.
Yet on the flip side, I think the Yankees are either going to add Scherzer or Castillo.
Yeah, they'll add another starting pitcher.
And Gary Sanchez will be the scapegoat.
Oh, God, they need to get rid of him. But anyway, we are coming close to the halfway point. Hyder, is there anything else you'd like to say before I start doing the sponsor list?
Well, be sure to watch UFC tonight. It comes on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus for those that have ESPN Plus.
I would watch it if my TV didn't have it automatically set in fucking Spanish.
Oh, well, I mean, if you can understand Spanish, go right ahead for it.
I'm not going to.
I only know bad words in Spanish.
That's me.
Yeah, I only know bad words in Spanish. Hey, carajo.
Well, I'm going to try to pronounce it like, I know it's Dominic Reyes against, I'm going to try to pronounce it. I'm not going to try to butcher it.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to try to. Yuri Projaska. There. I tried. That might not be his name,
Japanese.
but I tried. I don't even know what he is.
He's Japanese.
No, he's not.
Name. It sounds like it.
Well, I think so, but I think he's like, I'm not even sure.
I love this. I have not heard Hydro get so loud before. He's actually sounding like me a little bit with the raised voice a little bit because I scream.
I think you're wearing off on me. I think that's what it is.
Either that or he hasn't dealt with D lately.
I dealt with him yesterday. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the two guys that are on the what is that? What do you call it?
The developmental.
Developmental. Yes.
we had to bring Justin up to the main roster. This right here is the main roster.
This is the main roster minus the
Devin
host of the show.
Devin he's on the injured list.
Yeah.
He's MIA.
Well, the injured list, technically.
Somewhere in Bristol, Tennessee.
Either that or he's too ashamed to come on because Tampa got beat.
No.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Definitely not.
I've got a pick on him.
I think he would definitely dispute that with you all the way. I know Devin.
Yeah.
Can I not pick on him?
Hell.
Yeah, he'll fight back nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, he's not the same as he used to be. He used to be, take some shit. Now I don't take shit, which is great. I love the fact that
you could blame Potter for that one.
I don't know.
You forgot, he lived with me for a while too, and he's seen how I am.
Yeah, I just know that, like Devin said, he's like that he was an asshole, and I was like, well, I was like, when you get to the level, so there's level to this. I'll take a page from Kamaru Usman, UFC welterweight champion. There's levels to this game.
That's right. Yeah, and the levels are pretty high. Me and Hydra are on top of the mountain, so we know.
We're on like Mount Everest, just kind of looking down.
Yeah, I mean, when I first met Devin, he was soft, and in the time that I got to know him and spend time with him and everything, he really toughened up. But he's dealing with a lot of shit too, though.
That's the same with me. Thanks to Hodder.
Well, whenever you said soft, I was just thinking. I was like, I just thought of Enzo Amore. But he used to say soft.
But anyway, it's the halfway time here, so I am going to read off the sponsor list. Not this list. This is the famous Joey D shit list, which our good friend Dr. Fauci, the shithead,
literally.
He just made the list. Congratulations. Nothing like
it's a real honor.
Nothing like a misinformed jackass to think that he can control everybody, like we're some kind of sheep. We're not sheep. Well, some people are sheep, but okay, let's go. Let's talk about our broad sponsor list for 2021 and how it's increased, which is pretty damn good since Sports Magnet Podcast joined the Thunderstrikers. We've increased by a couple, so we'll go over the ones.
Yeah, we're getting more. I think we're going to be getting more, so that's the one good thing. I'm working on it. So
okay. All right, so we start off with Thursday night on Everything Lightning, my show. Complete Game Broadcasting with Tim Nunn on Thursday nights is the sponsor for Thursday nights. Our regular sponsors are Our Place in Clearwater, Our Place in Dunedin, Brenda's on the Causeway in Dunedin, my company, Clorox Company, Ozona Pig, the best barbecue here in Florida. We have Eddie's locations in Dunedin. One is Eddie's Bar and Grill, and the other one is Hurricane Eddie's. Then we have the best wings in Florida with Snappers. Great pizza place to go to right here in Palm Harbor is Gino's Pizza. Country Boy restaurant where they cook everything fresh. Massage and skincare solutions, Hydro's favorite.
I could have used that on Monday and Tuesday. I could probably still use it, really, in a way, because I do have back problems. So,
very true. Let's see what else we got. We got Mason Dixon Christmas Wish radio station Q105 104.7 FM in Tampa. That is our sponsor for the toy drive that we have every year for the kids.
I'm tired.
What the hell?
I thought we might be boring you over there.
No, I'm tired.
Oh my God. Sounded like I don't know what the hell it sounded like.
It's like, oh.
What does he think he is, Jim Duggan? Oh, tough guy. Okay, Renew Life Formulas, which is a probiotic company. They help with if you have gas problems or inner. They help you with.
You get the hint.
You get the hint without me talking about it. You get flagellants. You poop a lot. They stop you from clogging up.
There we go.
Okay, and we got some new sponsors. One is called Mama Hydro's Classy Jazzy Jewels. And we're not talking about the family jewels. We're talking about... Let me make it perfectly clear that we're not talking about those.
Yeah, because people might take it the wrong way.
Yeah, and that would be really painful. So, we don't want to get into that. But we are talking about jewels, but just don't get the wrong idea.
It's paparazzi.
Because we know you're all perverts out there.
Yeah, a lot.
Because you got 3 of them right here. But, okay, so, and the final one, I can't get over the name. Red Rooster Gift Shop.
Yeah. It's Chris's and his family's.
Okay. So. All right. Well, there you go. All 16. And we're looking for 20. So if we can get 20, that would be great. I have a feeling we're going to definitely do it before the toy drive, for sure.
Yeah.
So we should be able to hit that number rather easily. Okay.
What are we at right now? What, 17?
We're at 16.
Oh, 16. Okay. Yeah, 4 more.
Yeah, we can get 4 more. Yeah, we got 16. So we can get the rest of them. So all right, well that's the sponsor list. So now I'm going to take a break. I'm going to rest my voice, and I'm going to turn it over to Hydro and Mr. Yankee.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the NFL draft. What happened in the NFL draft a little bit. I see that you really want to talk about that.
The only pick I cared about was Justin Fields.
Well, I will say that, if the Jacksonville Jaguars don't do good in this coming up season, then there's something wrong there.
I hate and I despise Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. There's nothing they can do to change my mind. They're both overrated.
Well, I mean, at least the Jacksonville Jaguars got them, and that way they can try to make a. I mean, they can't do no worse than what they did last year.
One of them will start. One of them will be second string.
Yeah. Well, do you want to mention any others that surprised you, or?
Not really.
He doesn't sound like he has that much to say, really.
You don't really want. I don't think he really wants to talk about it.
I dealt with it last night.
Oh yeah, well, he had to play referee between friends. So you should have gone over to Dick's Sporting Goods, got you a referee shirt. Then you could have had it on there.
Why do that when I can get it for free from my uncle?
Well,
he's a Hall of Fame basketball coach in the state of Tennessee.
If you get one, get me one too. I might need it for later.
No, you'll just use the bottom of your foot.
Well, if someone has a disagreement, I'll probably just end up hitting them with the baseball bat and be done with it.
Well, I got a question for you, Hydro.
Okay.
My New York Giants, we probably made out just as good as maybe like a top 5 with our picks. I love our picks. I think it's going to make us that much better. Starting off with our first guy that we got. How do you pronounce that first name? Catarias Tony?
Gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm on. Yeah, it's
He's a Florida Gator.
Gator bait. Gator trash.
I got a lot of friends that root for the Gators.
Tony's good.
He's a hell of a player.
Tony's good, but his only problem his last 3 years has been consistency.
And our second pick is Aziz Ojolari.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
That was a good. I like him too. Good selection there. Our third pick was Aaron Robinson. I like that pick. Ellerson Smith was our fourth pick. Gary Brightwell. And last but not least, Rodriguez Williams. So I like our picks.
They drafted all need.
Yeah. But they got a lot of draft picks too. A lot. So Gettleman's building it. It's taken a little time, but he got a lot of picks.
And one thing I do like about Gettleman is the fact that he's shown extreme faith in Daniel Jones and put all the pressure on Joe Judge to perform.
Yeah. Well, I think Judge did a hell of a job. Very happy with him. San Jose and Colorado, no score at the end of the first period. Sharks and Avalanche. Yeah, I'm having a tough time with Jones. I don't think he's going to be as great as everybody thinks he's going to be.
He doesn't need to be great as long as Saquon stays healthy.
Yeah, well, that's key right there. But now you have more weapons than him. He brought in a couple of good weapons. So I think the Giants are going to really surprise people again. I mean, they surprised people this past year or last year, this year. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how all these affect.
Again, no, I'm going to get heat for this.
Uh-oh.
Dak Prescott is overpaid. He has not won a playoff game.
Mm-hmm. And he got all that money, which is ridiculous. Yeah. It
frustrates. We know how good Jerry Jones can be when he uses his brain.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers Brewers 2-2 in the fourth.
Well,
just an update on the team that you think is going to be playing the Dodgers. Well, I kind of disagree with you and think that it'll be the Cardinals.
No.
Either way, it's going to be two classic teams.
The Cardinals got nothing on the Dodgers.
Well, they may not, but yeah, pitching wise, no. I just think how can the Dodgers keep everybody?
Well, I mean, they're gonna because they're over the cap. They're over the cap, but they don't care.
Cashman made the most boneheaded move when he traded for Stanton. Jeter actually offered us Yelich first.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
can't take back what you already did. Cashman's, Yankees keep on winning. You got to remember, they haven't had a losing season since 1992. Nobody else can say that.
Okay, so if the solution to keeping Aaron Boone's job safe is putting Judge in the 3-hole, and I think Stanton has finally figured out not to swing at everything, including the watermelon stand, batting second.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If that's the case, then why don't we move DJ to fourth? Because he's the most consistent hitter we have.
He's the best hitter in baseball.
And maybe bring Dominguez up and put him at leadoff since he has speed.
Well, maybe they don't think he's ready yet.
I agree with that because, one, he's only 17.
Exactly. He's too wet behind the ears yet.
But if you just bring him up to run, that's a different story.
True, but I don't think they're going to do that right now.
We need speed.
They're not going to rush. They're not going to rush anybody right now.
We need speed is what we need.
Absolutely. I agree with that. But so, Hyder, what else you got?
Well, I am going to talk a little bit about wrestling, and I'll talk a little bit about MMA, which Some things surprised me, which like I will be talking about, what's going on. I'll probably have more info on Tuesday by Tuesday.
I got a feeling I know what situation you're talking about, Tessa.
Well, I did post that up for you. I wanted you to see it, so that's why, because I know that you have
Who's the one
you really love her to death.
Well, she's better than Charlotte.
Well, we won't disagree with that. We will not disagree with that.
I've been saying it for 2.5 years that she needs to go to TNA, and Tony Khan.
TNA?
Not TNA, but AEW.
She was already in TNA.
But Tony Khan needs to stop saying no and just say yes.
Well, I think I got it on there as Tessa and her husband Daga to join AEW ? Because we don't know yet what's going to happen. And as soon as that happens, I will have it posted as soon as it happens.
As we get a walkthrough tour of his house. This is the kitchen, and down the hallway is the bathroom. And you're looking up my shirt right now.
And then down the hallway, that's where I go and have a basketball goal and play basketball. Better than LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBums. I will mention something here in a little bit about him anyways.
Oh, now we're going to get the temperature is going to be rising here.
Oh, yeah. Well, man.
You know how Woody was going off on him.
I did mention to you about the last show that we were going to mention something about what Braun Strowman set an interesting record on Raw.
Absolutely.
It was really interesting how this one actually caught me by surprise. That Braun Strowman set an interesting record of wrestling a singles match, a tag match, and a handicap match all in one night. He is the first to do so in WWE, WCW, and ECW wrestling history.
Quite amazing. The accomplishment
for a big dude.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like he has a lot of cardio.
He's not your ordinary giant.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't seem like he has a lot of cardio, even though he does. Of course, maybe that's because he's a big dude. Maybe, I'm not sure.
And he's got that. He's got that big beard.
Maybe that's holding him down.
No.
Maybe he needs to shave it.
Wouldn't recognize
him. Well, that's true. Another this Wednesday be Blood and Guts.
I can't wait for that one.
That will not be the end of that feud.
No, of course not.
Well, I mean, it's we're just gonna have the Blood and Guts.
Just as long
it just started.
Just as long as Jericho throws Maxwell through a plexiglass window.
Oh well, if they're gonna do that, just go ahead and have a death match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I know I know we were watching a death match the other day. I can't remember who was in it, but I told Faith I was like that's what I'm gonna do, and she's like. She's like, you know what? You'll find yourself divorced.
Oh.
So I was like, I ain't doing that. So, not doing that.
And they'll call you Mr. Lonely.
Yeah.
Just like me, just with my cats.
Well,
but that's okay though, because I'm perfectly fine being single because I love my kitty cats. I come home to my kitty cats. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to go into a little bit of MMA. Diego Sanchez, the Ultimate Fighter 1 winner, was released by the UFC.
Bellator bound, I would say.
I don't know what's going on. I probably wouldn't want to deal with his stupid life coach either. His stupid life coach, I swear. He's an idiot. He's literally lecturing the people. They had a camera, a video of him lecturing the commentary team, saying that it hurt Diego Sanchez's feelings that you pretty much was saying that he's losing the fight and all this stuff. I'm like, Really?
Hey,
I mean, they can only go by what they see. What they see is like they're calling it like they see it. If but he's lecturing them, and he's like, well, I'm not lecturing y'all, but you're lecturing them.
Yeah.
Like, idiot. So I don't know if I want to deal with that, but
he needs to be on the list.
I don't even really know his name. I think it's like Fabian or something like that. Fabia or something like that. I'm not even sure. Fabio. Was it Fabio?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of
Probably Fabio. Whoever. He looks like that that little poop head that you got. That little shithead.
This is shithead.
He looks like that. He looks like that too.
He looks like a piece of poop.
Yeah. Well, he's little enough too.
Yeah, this thing don't want to play again.
Well, I do want to say some sad news because I'm not even Zabit. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name because that is too long of a last name. That's like Khabib's last name, Nurmagomedov. It's like that's like just so. That's just I don't know what's up with these Russians having long names. I don't understand it. But Zabit was the number 3 ranked guy in the UFC. He's been out since probably November of 2019, and he hasn't fought. And he got removed from the UFC rankings. He was at number 3 because he hasn't had a fight or anything, and he's just lost he's mulling retirement because he's lost interest.
That's what I was about to say. It sounds like a case of just someone completely losing the heart and interest to fight.
Yeah, and Dana White always says to the fighters that if retirement even comes in, the R word even comes to your mind, you're done.
Yeah.
So it's a little different if you're talking about like, well, I'm going to do this after I'm retired.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I do want to talk about that. We're going to go into the basketball thing now.
Okay, everybody, get ready.
Get ready.
The temperature's really gonna go sky high here.
I know on Thursday I talked about what I thought. If you didn't see it, then you need to see it. Definitely. That is one thing. That is one thing that I've talked about since Thursday. After that was that because I have a problem with LeBum. Or like what Worldwide Woody would say, LaFraud.
Or Dr. Fraud. Yes, Fauci. I'm talking about you, Fauci.
I will say that LeBron's little tweets that he's posting. This is why I told LeBron to stay off Twitter, stay off social media, shut your mouth. And just do your job, which is playing basketball. That is how you get paid. This is what I was like. They don't pay you to run your mouth.
Mm-hmm. He can still get paid even if he gets suspended by Nike.
Well, his tweets are getting, pretty much are dangerous. They're looking into it. Mm-hmm. They're dangerous tweets. So they are looking into it.
Yep.
So, dude, just go ahead and stay off social media. A lot of other people have done it. You can do it too. So that's all I'm going to say about that because it's not as bad as Thursdays.
Right.
So,
yeah, Thursdays was really, really in depth and very, very right to the point. Worldwide Woody there. Going off on him and everything.
Oh, he was just getting it from all sides.
Yeah. Yeah, he's lucky that I don't start going off on him, but I got other people. While those two guys are focused on LeBum, I'm focused on Fauci and several others.
Yeah.
So, like New York's two asshole leaders, Governor Cuomo and what's the other turd? Mayor de Blasio. So there you go. Two big guys that have ruined that city, New York. It's terrible what they're doing to my
only
state.
thing that's keeping it up is the Yankees.
True.
Which have scored 31 runs in the last 5 games, and they're 4-1 in that stretch.
Exactly. And all the Yankee haters are starting to shit their diapers now because they're worried.
Well.
Yep.
And
that's what I've been saying all along. You can't judge a team 20 games into the season. You know.
To
you
your
can't.
point with the Rays, they just placed someone on the 10-day IL.
The Rays are not as good as, and I called it, they are not as good as last year, and they're not going to be a factor. I think the Yankees are definitely going to take that division. The Red Sox are certainly not going to take the division. They're not going to take it.
Oh, my.
Orioles are not.
Oh, my. Oh.
Chris is asking you, Joe, if you can add Virginia governor to the list. And I will second that.
Yeah, yeah, he's on the list.
Okay, because
he's on the list without getting too much into politics, but
yeah, we won't get too much into it.
We're calling out all the idiots, and it just so happens that there's a lot. If
you're calling out all the idiots, then put Aaron Boone on that list.
Well, I would be a little easy on Aaron Boone because. You got to remember, he's won 100 games in his first 2 seasons with the Yankees. And this is his 3rd season.
No, it just frustrates me, the mismanagement of the construction of the lineup is what I was talking about.
Yeah,
until he finally realized Aaron Judge is a better 3-hole hitter than he thought he was.
He'll get over it. He'll get it. But believe it or not, it's time to do our final thoughts here as we approach the approach the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
So one of you gentlemen want to start off with your final thoughts?
Justin, come on. Don't do it, Byron.
Yeah, don't do it, Byron.
You said I could go first, or do you want to go first?
Tall guy goes first.
Well, okay. Well, I don't know if this really goes to sports, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyways. To all those people that only, and I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. So, to all those people that that don't know how to say no to other things or other people, just say no. It's not that hard. Don't keep on saying yes. And now I'm hearing his faith, during my, my good promo here. My little rant. Okay.
I hear her more than you.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. All I'm doing is getting interrupted.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay. So to all the people that, that just say yes to others and stuff like that, just say no. It's not going to hurt you at all. I say no to a lot of people.
Exactly.
If I don't like something, I'm going to say no. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. Do what?
There is a such thing as no.
Yeah, but people only think of one word, yes. And then it's I used to be like that too. It's like, I used to just say yes because I wanted to fit in, but you know what? I was like, why even do that?
Exactly.
I was like, so because your friends are going to be your friends, and whatever.
Yeah, it's true. You got to say no. There's times when you have to do that. No doubt about it. Mr. Yankee.
Okay. This goes back to the situation I dealt with last night. Pick one team and one team only to be your main team in certain sports.
Yes.
You can like other players on other teams, But don't jump on the bandwagon when your team starts losing and a team you absolutely hate starts winning.
Exactly. Yep. Good point.
Yep.
And my final thought is I'm a damn Yankee for life, whether you like it or not, number one. Number two, I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, whether you like it or not. And I also report their team on a daily basis. I cover the team. And I have my opinions, and I'm not afraid to express them, whether you're butthurt or not. Yes, I have a New York attitude, so get over that too, because I was born in New York, raised in New York, and I am a damn Yankee. And I'm also a Taurus, so good luck trying to get the final word on me, because I have my opinion, and it doesn't matter how much you fight with me, I am going to come out on top. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, to the host of this show.
Uh-oh.
Please know your role and come back to manage your own show so I don't have to do it. And Hydro don't have to do it because he works behind the scenes at stuff you guys don't know about, that I know about.
Can I add something else?
Sure.
It's okay not to like a player on your favorite team. Prime example with me, I don't like Stanton. I've never liked him.
I've already detected that. However, you are to support your team and all your players on your team. Don't be like a Lightning fan that supports everybody but McElhinney in goal and harasses him and goes off every time he loses. But then when he's like lights out, you don't hear.
That's the difference with me.
I hear crickets.
I don't like Stanton, but when he does good, I'll actually give him the support he deserves. When he struggles, it frustrates me.
Yeah, and
I know how good he is.
That's your right. He has not lived up to the contract, bottom line. He has not lived up to the contract that he signed, and most 99% of the Yankee fans would agree with that.
And I questioned that trade from day one when we could have had Yelich.
Right. Well, would have, could have, should have. There's a lot of guys that we could have had. But, hey, Trout wants to play for the Yankees. Trout's the best player on the universe. So
but Cashman wisely spends his money. CC Sabathia was the last $100 million player we signed until Garrett Cole.
Right. Well, Garrett Cole.
It's not like he's going out and sticking the fishing rod in the lake and.
Well, don't be surprised if the Yankees go out and try to get Seager from LA because he's going to be a free agent.
Unless we go for Story through trade.
That might be Story, yeah. That would be a really good addition. But Gleyber Torres is starting to heat up and everything, and Torres can hit. It's just his defense at shortstop is very, very questionable.
Yeah,
I really think Torres could bring back something because I like Gleyber. He's out of position. If you put him back in his natural position, he goes off.
Put him back at second base.
I do want to say one more thing. For all the shows that we do and stuff like that, it's just going to keep on getting bigger and bigger. We do the Everything Lightning on Tuesday at 6:00 to 7. Your show, Joe, and then it's my show at 7:30, which you moved me back, 30 minutes.
which you are so thankful for.
I'm happy about that because, I'd much rather have it at 7:30 than to have it at 7 because that way it's just like, I just got to go straight to it.
Right.
So I don't get no bathroom break.
That was a questionable call.
Yeah. But my wrestling MMA at 7:30 on Tuesdays, right after Joe's show. Sports Magnet Podcasting back at 8 on Wednesday. Hopefully Devin can get back to feeling better. Hopefully he can be back on the shows. Well, except for mine. He's not on mine either. So he lets me do my own thing. He lets me, rant about everything that I need to rant about.
There you go.
On
wow.
Thursdays back on your show, Joe.
Yep.
7:00. Everything Lightning.
Then we get a day off.
Then we get the day off on Friday, and then Saturday we're back here 8:00, 8 to 9, probably a little bit over.
Good thing Justin Turner didn't connect with that.
Then on I think Sunday for you.
Yeah, I'm on 7:00 on Baylink Sports on Sunday nights. Jeff's show, where I do my thing, do everything lightning on his show, and bring my allegiance of many worldwide fans all over my shows.
You bring the ratings.
I do. I bring the ratings, no question. I've been doing this 5 years. So
yep.
On a side note, it's still 2-2 Dodgers Brewers.
Who cares? Who cares?
Well, I thought you would.
I'm not worried about the Dodgers. We're not worried about the Dodgers. We're going to face them in the World Series. That's a long way off, my friend. We'll see you in October. We'll see the Dodgers in October.
Hey, it's a sports show, so I have to give an update because Mr. Brandon Walker's a Dodgers fan.
Well, my apologies to him.
I thought you might have been like, sorry, not sorry.
Well, that too. But anyway, I got to sign off here. So we went over, but that's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, we don't have no boss here tonight. So
yeah, Devin, hopefully you get back here soon because we really do miss you. We really do. It's you've had a hard time this whole week. So
I know about
that. Get back here. You
got to go through the good times and the bad times.
Yep.
I went through a struggle myself, so I know how bad it is.
I know y'all take time off, and I don't even get to take time off.
Oh, what's up with that?
It's like I'm an honor roll student or something.
Hey, I've only had one day off, so
yeah, I know.
I'm not.
Hyder could take a day off by not doing his show, but he won't do that.
Well, maybe eventually if I get sick enough or something like that.
Well,
hopefully not. Knock on wood.
Well, he's on a schedule, so he could if need be. I told him take the night off when he wasn't feeling good, and when his back was hurting him and stuff like that. I told him to take the night off. He just said, "Okay, well, I'm feeling better, so I'm going to come."
Yeah, I was going to do it no matter what. So
yeah, so that's the intestinal fortitude of somebody that knows their responsibility. We are to give education to people in the world of sports, and in my case it's hockey, but I'll mix it up from time to time. So but anyway, we want to thank you for watching tonight. We hope that just pray for Devin that he gets better, and let's see. Well, I'll catch everybody on Jeff's show tomorrow night, 7:00. Then we're off on Monday, and then guess what? We're back on Tuesday. Like Hydro said, we're back on Tuesday, so we'll see you Tuesday night for Mr. Yankee and Mr. Hydro.
Woo!
I am your host, Joey D. Have a good evening.
Surprised Hyder doesn't use the nickname Aquaman.
No, I'd rather much have a Green Lantern. If I come as Green Lantern, you're coming as Flash.
Then we'll have a superhero show.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
That would be cool. I think people
would take time off from the Justice League. That's what it is.
I'm surprised
people would actually like that.
Like that already.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for watching tonight. As Flash just flashed his way out.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, he just disappears into the night.
Yeah,
doesn't even say goodnight. Just disappears.
He just goes, leaves.
Just yeah. Well, whatever. Go watch the Dodger game. Who cares? We don't care about the Dodgers. Don't even bring up the Dodgers. Baseball season is a long season, 162 games. Come and see me in October. For all you Rays fans, how's last place feeling? Well, that's it for tonight. So we want to thank everybody for watching. As always, hit the like button. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies that we do exist. We're our worldwide show. Tampa Bay Thunder Strikers are celebrating year number 6 this month. So all this month, we are celebrating our 6-year anniversary, both as a group and a company. So a licensed, registered company, Tampa Thunder Strikers, Inc., is a licensed and registered company. It's not just a group. So we want to thank you for watching, thank our sponsors and everybody that needs to be thanked. And Devin, get yourself better, buddy. And good night, everybody. Take us out.
Peace.
Peace.